Hello everyone. We're going to the shops to go look at different types of t-shirts because I do not know the difference between 160, 180 GSM, and I don't think I will figure it out going to the shops either. But at least if I go to the shops, I can try on shirts that I know I like, and then I can then match them to the blanks that I want to purchase in the future for the t-shirts that I want to print. Elaine is taking me to the shops so that I can go on this adventure and figure this stuff out. We're out of the shops because we found what we kind of needed. I ended up getting oversized shirts for now to try and figure out if that will work and also what I can print on it. So the next thing is to go to a shop, get a test printed, and then see how that turns out. This is very difficult. I might have overestimated how easy this would be, but then again, we're just starting, so it's always difficult when you start, right? Anyway, cheers. This past day or so, I decided to go look for blanks. I went to H&M, I went to Cotton On, I went to Factory, Mr. Price, all these South African brands that I'm sure a lot of you South Africans know. And I was kind of just getting an idea of pricing of t-shirts. So that's where I'm going to start. I have to start somewhere that I know appeals to a good market, and t-shirts is that. I would like to get into hoodies and pants and shorts and active wear and stuff like that, but obviously I don't really have the funds for that right now. So I need to kind of choose the easiest route, and I've decided to just stick with t-shirts for now. And doing a lot of research on t-shirts, I figured out this is a lot more complicated still, because you get different types of t-shirts. So from what I've understood, you get a lot of South African stuff is 165, 140, and then 185. So Cotton On does sell like way heavier knit t-shirts. I think it was a 260 knit t-shirt, so it's quite heavy. It's called a heavy knit, or heavyweight, sorry. I found that one wasn't worth the price. At Cotton On, that t-shirt was 450 Rand or something like that, and that's kind of the ideal market price that I want to enter in. So if I buy a t-shirt, print on it, and then market it, 450 Rand is the price I would do it at, because that's kind of the pricing of like Zara would sell a t-shirt for maybe 550. H&M sells their print t-shirts for about 350, 400 Rand, and then Cotton On also sells theirs for about 450. So it's difficult to compete against these big conglomerates, especially if you're starting out like I am, right? I can't go to a manufacturer and say, hey, listen, I want to buy a t-shirt, because one, it doesn't ensure their quality. It doesn't ensure their turnaround times, which is also an important factor. You know, the quality is up to the standard that you want your brand to be. So I definitely know I want, from my research so far, I want an oversized shirt. And obviously I'm going for a darker color right now, just because I feel like white, it was difficult to find a knit of white t-shirt that wasn't like opaque, so see-through, which makes things complicated, because I can't buy like a cheap, well not cheap, but a blank white t-shirt, and then if it's see-through, I don't know, as I said, I don't know how I feel about that for my brand, if that makes sense. So I'd maybe do a heavier knit white t-shirt, but it's harder to find blanks like that, because remember, I don't want to buy like 10, 20 t-shirts right now, because I don't know if this is going to work out at all. Honestly, I have no idea. So I need to then buy as I need, in a sense. So I've bought 2 t-shirts from H&M. They're both oversized t-shirts, like just off black. I would prefer black, but they didn't have stock. As I said, this is the nightmare. And obviously it was not a cheap t-shirt. I paid 150 each for the t-shirts, so 300 Rand in total, and I haven't even gotten them printed yet. I still need to go get sort of quotes for that. And then again, this is also another headache, because I can't guarantee what those prints are going to come out like. Are they going to suit the style and the feeling that I like of a print, or are they going to be more bad quality? You get me? It's very difficult. So I think that this was a good test. These 2 t-shirts I know fit kind of how I want them. They're very boxy. The sleeves go like right above the elbow, and they're quite long. So I kind of like that, especially if I'm trying to build like a streetwear brand. Think of like Supreme, Palace. So yeah, I definitely know some things though that I do have. I want 100% cotton. I don't want to mix. I do want kind of an oversized or a relaxed fit kind of top, and I know that it needs to fit into my budget between 100 and 200 Rand. Even that's still high, ideally, once I get going and if I start making sales of these, I'd like to find a manufacturer who can make these sort of size t-shirts in a really good quality fabric that feels how I want it to feel, if that makes sense. Bringing that price down to maybe like under 100 Rand. I'm sure it's possible, but this is so difficult. As much as you Google, in South Africa, I feel like there's a big gap in the market for online bulk manufacturing. It's so difficult for me to kind of find a website that sells just blanks in different sizes with good quality imagery that says, you know, this, and then add to cart and ship it to me. I don't know why I have to get a quote. I have to dude, fill in a form. Like, dude, we're in 2023. Let's just add to cart, ship it to me. I'm happy, bro. Like, that's it. Send me a video or post a video on your page. Like, website building 101. Let's just say that. Obviously, I would love to jump into this gap, but I can't because I don't have the funding to build it, find manufacturers, then build the website, and then I do feel like we're making good progress though. I bought the 2 t-shirts. This month's a bit of a tight month, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to get these t-shirts printed, but I do think that with time and maybe a little bit of budget manipulation, you get me, I might be able to make some prints happen. But yeah, let's see. And if I get the prints ready, I can then make some sample imagery. Since I'm a photographer and I have all of that gear, that's easy to do. So once I get to that phase, it's easy. I was thinking about just putting these onto TikTok and onto Instagram. I don't even know if I can afford ads this month, so maybe next month I can budget to have some ads and run some ads on those platforms. But for now, it's kind of just going to have to be like neutral traffic, kind of just seeing what the reactions are to these 2 pieces that I have in mind. I honestly haven't even come up with designs yet. I have some ideas that it will be like my photography, and as I say, I'm trying to build like a streetwear brand, so it's got to be street photography. And then we're deciding, I say we're, but my partner's helping me a bit. She's my creative director, and she's suggesting that I add like some text, but I don't want it to be like Zara's text. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Zara's t-shirts, but they always like have the weirdest words on them. I bought this jacket that's really cool and really well made, and then the word is like fire, tiger, ice. It's like, what the hell are you, like, come on. Like, you could have just said anything else. You could have said anything else. You chose fire, tiger, ice, which is like really, yeah, to me it's stupid. Yeah, I mean, there's a big gap in the market in terms of if you have a good idea and you know how to get the cost to manufacture and the cost to print low as possible. Like, I would love to print myself, like screen print myself, but it's so hard to find supplies, and some of the equipment is so expensive, and it's not even available in South Africa. So this is a very tough journey, to be honest. Everything online isn't really online. I don't know, I've been looking at stores in Cape Town, but in Cape Town everything's premium price too, so it's not even real worth my effort, waste of petrol and that. We got 2 t-shirts from H&M. They were 150 each, so 300 Rand for the 2 of them. But another problem with H&M South Africa is that they don't have an online store. So if I ever want to buy stock, I have to go to the waterfront, or I have to go to Canal Walk, and I have to look for it. And if they don't have stock and I have to fulfill orders in the future, I'm a bit screwed, right? So yeah, it's difficult. I mean, there's a lot of logistics, and once I have more funding and more budget towards this, I can definitely play with it a bit more. But for now, sticking to such a tight budget, I can only just sense if there is if there's people interested in buying the product, right? There's kind of like, I can make a bigger lead time, so like a week or like a week and a half before your delivery comes, and then that gives me a bit of time to say, okay, I can go find the shirt, get it printed, make sure it's packaged nicely, and then ship it with a courier. That's also another thing, choosing a courier. So I have some experience with Aramex, so I can kind of use them. I don't know if that will be my long-term solution, but I do know like you can drop it at Aramex in Pick n Pay. There's also the Pado, and then there's also Pargo and all these other ones, which are kind of just the same concept. I'm indecisive if I'm going to include that in the cost of the shirt, which will bring it up quite a lot. But some people do like free shipping and the idea of it. But maybe I could also do like, if you spend 1,000 Rand, you get free shipping, and then make sure it's worth my while. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of logistics. There's a lot going on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, please do leave a like and subscribe if you're willing to join me on the journey. And yeah, chat soon, guys. Peace.